I see walking in these woods? Why, it's Little Red Riding Hood. Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood, you sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf could want. Listen to me. A Little Red Riding Hood, I don't think little big girls should walking in these spooky old woods alone. What big eyes you have, the kind of eyes that drive wolves mad. So just to see that you don't get chased, I hope so. That's all to walk on space. What full lips you have, they're sure to lure someone past. So until you get to Grandma's place, I think you ought to walk with me and be safe. I'm gonna keep my cheap suit on until I'm sure that you've been shown that I can be trusted to walk with you alone. Ow! Little Red Riding Hood, I'd like to hold you if I could. You might think I'm a big bad bastard, I won't. What a big heart I have, the better to I love you with. In Red Riding Hood, in big bad wolves who can be good. I try to be satisfied just to walk by your side. Maybe you'll see things my way, but before we get to Grandma's place, Little Red Riding Hood, you sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf would want. Wow! I said bad. I said bad. A big bad wolf could want. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. Yeah! We are 27 years away from the planet blowing us away. If you really don't want to stay, then go float off in the Milky Way. Let's hear a Peasant Revolution Band. We're trying to really understand the truth of our issues is to feel under the vision. Join our Peasant Revolution Band. Join our Peasant Revolution Band. Join our Peasant Revolution Band. Come join our Peasant Revolution Band. Well, the status quo just can't stay. It's gotta go, get the hell away. Well, I tried to get me some peace today, but the future seems so far away. We're a Peasant Revolution Band. We're just trying to really understand, and the truth of our issues is to feel under the vision. Join our Peasant Revolution Band. 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 Hi, I'm Jeff Dodge, and welcome back to the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. I'll be hosting tonight. We have with us the magical, mystical
Mr. Rich Reese.
Oh, hi folks. I was just getting up to date here
On the face chat thing that all those people are into?
Certainly, yeah. I posted our show and a link to it. And
cool.
It's blowing up.
All right. And I'm hoping they can all hear us. We have Mr. Stephen Luce Sabila on the bass, as always, ready to go. And we might be doing, I heard we might be looking at some potential new employees here. Let me check out my note. Well, first off, I wanted to say, Rich, I hope you've been doing well. I know we have a kind of a heat thing coming on here this week.
That's right.
A heat wave, they call it in Portland.
Yep. Whenever I'm with him. I can't think of the next lyric, actually.
Well, we're going to do a heat wave.
Lyric. Yeah.
Heat wave. But I wanted to bring up, Jamila and I were watching this, we did this, I think they call it Amazon Prime, and we've dug in deep, and we're watching these series and stuff, and I noticed there was this series called The House of Saddam. It was so cool.
Oh, okay.
It really I don't know, because it starts with, maybe the audience doesn't know. Saddam Hussein was the president of Iraq for a while.
The president is a very generous way of putting it.
Yeah. Well, they in the 70s they had a lot of different terms for that, but they show how he started in 79.
Okay.
And it was brutal. He turned into like a brutal dictator. I don't know if you heard about that.
I heard he sprung from the disco rebellion in Chicago that year.
That might have been more Uday. Uday was into the disco and
because
tormenting disco stars and soccer stars.
Right. There's quite a bit of homophobia underlying that whole movement. A lot of folks don't like to talk about that now. But that's
my take on that was it was projection, really. I saw some projection there, specifically with Uday. It's very displeasing. But anyway, I just thought it was a good point to make, and I wanted to point that out. Great series. If you get a chance, it was released about 7 years ago, and I just saw it. So there you go.
Tremendous.
All right. Well, let's see what my notes here lead us to. We're moving on to talk about. Oh yeah, there's some. Steve might know about this. We were getting some applications after we did our last month's show. It appears that the great Debbie Wasserman Schultz might actually be looking for a job. I was told that you might have talked to her, Steve. Is that...
I saw her at the coffee shop.
Did she got her application in on time then, or no? Because you were supposed to get it at the coffee shop. That did happen then, or?
We had coffee.
No application. I don't know what's with her. I want to help her out, but apparently she's not going to bother to fill out the application. We got to have some rules around here. Jeez. Okay.
Well, we do need a new scapegoat. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of scapegoats, let's take a look at what one of our favorite scapegoats, the Mr. Good Sid Sebastian, has a new ad for us. So let's take a look at that.
People are always asking me, what is it about Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, coffee, and Crunchy Raisin Bran that are so good together? Why is that? Everybody wants to know. And I gotta tell you something. I don't know if it's out of habit or if it's just that I love Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, coffee, and Crunchy Raisin Bran. But you see, one complements the other. You got the coffee, that smooth and bitter and robust flavor of the coffee, and then you got the crunchiness. And it's not smooth, it's crunchy, and you crunch, and you wash the cereal down with that Safford Brothers coffee. These are two things that are good together.
Okay, we're back. Thanks for joining us.
I I told you no more Sid. I don't want any Sid on this show. I told
Sir,
you. I was out there. Where were you this afternoon? I was protesting. I don't want Sid. Sid sucks.
David, we should get someone on the... Can we get this guy removed?
Listen. Sid does not belong on this show. I told you I don't want any more Sid. You didn't even do Sid last week, last month, or whatever the last show was. Sid, look, read the sign.
I know. Sid is our friend, and we...
So it's a little tough for me because, wherever I go, I have to bring two things. Safford Brothers coffee, the downtown blend, taste the city, and, of course, I can't go anywhere without crunchy raisin bran. So, you should see my luggage. I mean, there's coffee on one side, and there's boxes of cereal on the other, because like I said, I'm hooked, and I gotta have that stuff. I can't be without my Safford Brothers downtown blend, taste the city coffee. I can't be without it, and I can't go anywhere without my crunchy raisin bran. I mean, what if I get to a place where they don't have Safford Brothers coffee and crunchy raisin bran? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? when it comes to breakfast, I enjoy two things that are good together. I love Safford Brothers coffee, the downtown blend, the taste of the city, and I love crunchy raisin bran. I don't mess around. I have a drink of Safford Brothers downtown blend coffee, and then I have a spoonful of crunchy corn bran. And then I have some more Safford Brothers downtown blend coffee, and then another spoonful of crunchy raisin bran. And that's how I do it. I alternate.
Hey, I am so excited. This is a guest we've been waiting for a long time. I've known Paul for quite a while, but I'm sure you formed a community of this out there. Ready? I'm so excited to bring out Carl Lynn. For like a couple hours. On acid, we did a trip. Yeah, right. I heard Murph used to do that. Stand by. We are taping. We are taping. But we're going to take a quick break.
Carrington Chair Store is having our great July 4th sale with deals too explosive to miss. I know you've got old chairs around your house. Get some new chairs. We've got great chairs. We've got fancy, comfortable chairs. We've got incredible handmade seating. We've got dinette set chairs. We got metal and those poofy, comfortable chairs. And if you need a wooden chair, we've got those too. In our basement, you can get chairs for your car or a beanbag chair. Hey, look, there's comedian Sid Sebastian in our showroom.
Hey, we're back.
We're sorry about the technical difficulties there. Carl Lind has joined us. We have
Our camera I'm looking into.
we do have it on. Well, that's the fun with our technical director. You never know which camera you're looking into, but
Yeah. Sure.
I'm looking into this
We're
one
all
now.
looking into my soul, whichever one it is.
We're
right
seeing
now.
good audio, and we do have the earlier audio on tape, we believe, or somewhere. So
He didn't miss a whole hell of a lot right now. He was just asking me what I'm doing with my life, and
what are you doing
I'm
with your life?
God, so constantly busy. First of all, hi to my sweetheart, Camille. I love you.
Camille.
You're watching. I know you're watching. You're probably gonna text me, and hopefully I turned my ringer off, so I don't embarrass
She might be the only one
everybody more
watching.
here. But what have I been doing? Well, since about the beginning of summer, a little bit before that, I actually ended up taking a full-time job.
Yeah.
Somewhat, basically completely in my field of expertise, which is
Yeah.
same as yourself. Somewhat.
Well,
Video gorilla, video janitor, video.
rock and roll
Plumber.
janitor when I'm a sound guy. We
Well,
are the
you're a
janitors
rocker.
of rock and roll. It's like, after they've spit and wiped the beer off the towels and stuff, we come in and clean it up. That's the sound
I
guys.
called myself, yeah. Oh, the sound guys. That's right. Sometimes I see you with the camera. Anyways, Jeff and I have known each other in the Portland community for, I don't know, 15, 16 years. I'd
God,
say,
it
at
is
least,
over a
probably.
decade, isn't it?
Probably
Yeah.
over that. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
I think the first time I ever met you was at a gig that was
I know what it was.
with Clint Castor. It was
And Clint
people were into
Sargent. It was
Peasants.
Omzi Gala.
Yes. Okay, I'm
Oh,
glad you remember that too.
I should try and find that.
That was
before
an
the night's
interesting
through.
show.
Yes, it was. It
It
was.
was like Cirque du Soleil
Yeah.
shit on the,
Wasn't there like
on
a
a budget.
book theme or something? With, like giant, large books?
I want to say it was some
frames?
sort of a fundraiser. I always want to say like Friends of the Children or
and Body Vox.
SEI.
The trapeze people are
Okay,
always
they're
Body
for
Vox. Yeah,
Maybe they showed the film where they dance with the tractor, which is amazing.
I
You
feel
ever
like
seen
I've
this?
seen that. I feel like
piece?
I've seen
I want to
that.
say it. I want to say it was Body Vox or some dancers that are associated with Body Vox. So basically, since beginning of summer, taking on a job teaching at Trackers Earth.
But yeah, what is the company? Do you want to talk about this company?
Oh, I'll talk about this
Oh,
company.
all
They're
right,
an awesome
all right,
company.
all right.
I'm proud to be working there, teaching video and photography production to ages 10 to 14 youths.
Wow. I'm thinking, why don't we take a look at one of your clips, and then we'll
Sure.
come back and talk about what you're doing.
Fantastic.
And
Yes.
is there anything in particular
probably
we should
some-
be going for?
I was just laughing because I was thinking it's probably something I would not even show my students because they'd be
It's
like,
got
what the
one of
fuck
the
is
three.
that about?
Nothing of it.
Well, let's go ahead, since we had the
10 to
protest earlier,
14.
let's show them the music video with Russ Left. Let's show them
All
that.
right,
That's
all
a fun one. Oh, or this. Let's show them.
Oh, you wanna go with this
Why
one?
not? Yeah,
We
let's
do.
show them this.
right. I like
Full
the
screen.
Charles Bronson.
And we can talk about this afterwards, and there'll be some questions. I don't know if there's any from the audience, but
And we're back, and we seem to still have audio. Yes, we are back with Carl Lynn. That was a piece that Charles Bronson agreed to star in, apparently. And how was it working with Chuck?
It was right before he passed away. It was really... No, I stole all that footage off YouTube. I can't lie. That was... and that piece...
Which movie is that?
Which movie? Are
you several?
Are we talking the main, clencher, if you will?
Sure, the meat piece.
That's the meat. The meat of the piece, if you will.
Meat of the sandwich.
Was from The Evil That Men Do. A film called The Evil That Men Do. And I was like...
Is that his last film? That's like 82-ish,
I don't think... No. He went on to do... I mean, come on, Death Wish, man. Was 80s, and Death Wish 4 or 5. They made several. So that video ended up being the result of me being obsessed by my friend's song of the same name, Charles Bronson Says, by Muscle Beach and Friends. And I just told him, I was like, I've got to make a video of this. So I started, of course, as I always might do for researching found footage piece, just started looking for clips.
Sure.
And then, sorry, you look like you're about to ask.
Well, I was just going to say this band, Muscle Beach.
Muscle Beach and Friends.
In Friends. Are they in
Friends.
Portland? Or
They're in Portland. They're, do you know Boober, Jonathan Boober? By any chance, he books the Kenton Club. He does No Fest out in St. John's.
Okay.
Helps put that on. He doesn't do No Fest. He does, the fuck is it? The festival that happens at the Kenton Club every year. There's maybe it's Boober Palooza, I think they call it.
I'm extremely out of touch.
Ron Gasaway.
So
and Ron Gasaway is also part of Muscle Beach. Party Killer is Ron's other band. And then Ron Mason Gasaway as an independent composer. So, sort of several artists in town.
And this song's available for purchase if you want it.
Yeah, I think you can buy it.
Okay.
It's probably much easier to steal it for free somehow. But that's how the internet works.
I don't know how to do that.
And I would not advocate doing that. I would advocate finding a way to pay for that because the artists, that song's not on iTunes.
I'm so internet untech savvy. To get a copy, I put my tape cassette recorder right next to the speaker and hit. You're
in a better world when we have no internet.
Yeah.
Here shortly, or it's just completely regulated, and everything costs $50 to do.
Well, and they lie on there. They lie because I get these videos with this thing they call dislikes. That is that's a lie, right? I mean this.
Everyone likes you.
I would dislike,
7
dislikes on a video is a lie, isn't it?
Because that's right. A righteous person would just change the channel. They wouldn't.
Right. They don't have time to dislike it. It's I'm out of here.
But I think the internet, strangely enough, and I may have contributed to this at times, I think there's people who do things they like to troll.
The trollers. Trollers, which brings us to New Portland.
Yes.
You have been here. Well, let's talk a little bit about your background. You came here from Nevada?
Originally by way of Reno, Nevada, but I moved here from Denver, Colorado at the end of 1997.
87? You've
97. 97. I can't claim that. And even that's kind of a thing we're going to talk about, this whole claim. And what is Old Portland anymore? I think it might have just been a nexus that never existed in our collective consciousness.
Because my family was here in 1903.
Okay, that's really fucking Old Portland, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, which if you watch the OPB Mary V. Dodge special, you can see all about it.
Oh, shit.
But anyway.
That's a good plug.
Yeah, well.
Is that a real show?
Yeah, I'm not getting any per diem.
Is that a real show?
So. Yeah, no, it's true. Mary V. Dodge, my great-grandmother, my father Stuart's grandmother.
Stu's a great guy. Have to tell him, hi, Stu, if you're watching.
To Dad, he wanted me to work tonight, actually. So
you are working. What are you?
I'm working.
What are you talking about? This is the work that matters.
And speaking of the work that matters, in New Portland, you find yourself in this position working with children.
I find myself, yes. So to back up, the audio cut out earlier, so you'll hear some of it. You'll want to go back and see the recorded version of this, of course. But working at an establishment called Tracker's Earth.
Tracker's Earth.
To sum it up, I guess you could say, perhaps a broader term, that they're an outdoor school, but it's been quite the radical summer for me because I was offered a job to teach video and photography and also be year-round staff in immediate their media department.
It's the outdoor school aspect of it. So is
There
this
is
part
an
of what you're
outdoors.
doing with the video is treating them how to like shoot in the wild? Is that part of it? Or
No.
field production?
We have not, because we've been outdoors quite a bit shooting. I would say as far as like incorporating a particular viewpoint or ethos within what we're doing, we weren't handed like a guidebook of here's how you teach someone to use a
Okay.
camera.
Yeah.
And what I've learned, this has been so important and so radical for me and so freeing, is that I'm really there to just help facilitate their creativity in
Right.
the best
Right.
way that I possibly can. So the first week we did it, we only had 4 students. It was myself and another really talented cinematographer and photographer named Devin,
Mm-hmm.
who were there, still there, and we were like, oh, look, we've got all this gear. We even had a, what do you call them? The steady rigs.
Oh, the handy cam or the dolly?
No, not the Handycam. It's got the same people to make the drones.
Oh,
make these
really?
things
You guys
in
are doing
DJI.
drone things, really?
It's like a DJI stabilizer.
Yeah.
The Ronin.
Ronin. Okay. I've
Very
heard of
nice.
that.
I mean, and this one.
But it flies then? It's
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's like a stabilizer. So
Okay.
essentially, you're holding it like it's like a
Yeah,
divining rod, but you're trying to get images out
Right.
of it. And
Well,
we had that.
we have a weird little rig in the studio here. Maybe
Okay.
our TD
gonna fly by with it.
could give us a demonstration of
Some magic could happen.
it's
So much magic. Sorry.
I'll help him with it. So Carl being our subject, and then I will.
I can keep talking.
Oh no, not that one. But I was thinking this guy here. The old.
Oh my goodness.
We ripped
Fly
this
cam.
off
Wow,
from somebody.
man, this
yeah.
really is. This is like the
Yeah.
Letterman show
So-
inside a shoebox.
So this is like this is our monkey cam. Remember the monkey cam? That's something you don't see much of
no,
anymore.
you don't.
But this is sort of
That is a rad little rig.
this is
I
a
like it.
feather boom they call it. But I'm imagining a similar type effect is what you're talking about. Where it's just kind of a smooth, stabilized shot
some
with
sort of
weights and
a gyroscope
counterbalances.
inside of it, apparently.
Sure.
And anyways, we had that at our disposal. We had our AR7 Sony DSLR,
Are you shooting on 4K?
and we shot. Well, we decided that since it was the first week with 4 students, that we'd be more hands-on and try to help them make the films, because we thought the films that were made the year prior that we watched were just technically not quite there, and I still kind of feel that way. But
right.
that's
So
all
you're
right.
competing with last year's.
At first,
Kids a little
yeah,
bit.
it was kind of an ego stroke
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
At first, you're like, I can do a better job than those instructors did.
Right.
So, only having 4 students first week, of course, technically, you're able to take the time. You're able to even like frame shots for them. This is the wrong approach. This is the wrong approach. After we reviewed it, something felt, compared to the week after that followed, when we, it was more organic. We had like 13 kids. We did not have time to fuck around with trying to.
September is
set
always a
shots up.
time of. Have you done the fall semester then, or
No,
you're going
no,
you're
this
going
has just
into
been
that?
the
This is just the
summer. This is
summer
day
so far.
camp.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But
so-
you do the fall then. It's coming up.
Well, the fall will bring a more immersive
Academic.
opportunity where it's essentially like an apprenticeship. They're just coming in once a month all day.
Okay.
If they sign up, or if you want to, it's going to be awesome. You should sign up.
Now see,
Sign up at trackersearth.com for the video.
trackersearth.com. We will include a link to
Yes.
this when we
That's a
get
good
the
plug.
syndicated version.
I'm also plugging Crave Dog.
Crave Dog.
Good
now,
people.
Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Todd Crosby, if you're watching this show, love you, man.
Do you know
Todd's been a great guy, great
Michael
friend to me.
Fitzgerald?
Michael's no longer with Crave Dog, but he's still around. If
Okay.
Michael's watching this, hey Mike,
Hey,
how
Michael.
you doing?
Yes, yes.
I think last I heard he was at Funnel Box. I don't know if he's still there or not.
Okay.
But
okay.
back to the students. The next week, more organic. We're overflowed with our capacities are just pushed to max. Just having to keep up watching the kids, because the first rule of Trackers Camp is nobody dies.
Right.
So
Right. That looks really bad
no,
for
literally,
an
that's
organization.
what it is.
Death.
This is great. I mean, it's quite a radically different type of thing I've ever
Mhm.
done. I freelance for 13
Well, that's good
years.
for you, Carl, man. You've never done this
It's
kind of
been
thing.
a challenge, a huge challenge to me, and also a bit of, like you say, putting your ego in check, where you're just like, you thought you knew best as the seasoned veteran, yet these kids are coming in every day challenging me.
Well, I wanted to get on that.
me.
I wanted to get on that because actually, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I used to work in Clackamas County as a technical instructor teaching kids how to do video, TV, teleconferencing and things. They're high school kids, but this was the 90s. So I was dealing with the millennial generation. I wonder if you see a difference between the youth you're working with versus the youth, because when I was in it, they beat up on me pretty good, and everyone, no one wanted to use a tripod, right? It was all like, the Blair Witch did it, so we're gonna. The Blair Witch frustrated me to no end.
You have to. What I've learned is that it works out best for me if I see them doing something. Now you can tell people how to do things till you're blue in the face. This is the way. You could show them the most masterful scene from Alfred Hitchcock.
Right.
Now you're not going to want someone to hey, I expect you to emulate that, but just
give me a vertigo shot. I demand vertigo.
The finesse. Anyways, what people need to learn to do first, I feel, is it's very much gaining building blocks. It's like you can't really learn to pronounce, read the dictionary until you can pronounce some vowels. You need to have the gear in your hands, be doing things, start to learn at it. I like to ask them questions when I see them shooting, and questions when we're in the editing rooms.
The Socratic method.
That's great. There's a label for it. I'm going to look that up. But I find that it flows well. I find that I'm going with them when that happens.
Sure.
And if I can ask questions, often they understand that question's coming from a place of he knows something.
Right.
Or, oh yes,
right.
Going to the tripod. All the time. Do you want a tripod for that shot?
Yeah.
It brings something in someone's mind. They're like, oh wait, yes, I'm so excited about having the camera in my hand. I forget that my shot is not steady if I just have him, no matter how steady I try to be. And you watch these kids, and it's like, I was thinking about earlier today. I think what we as adults learn, and anyone probably is just works with a camera a lot, ends up learning, is that you're not seeing anything that's outside of that screen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a younger mind, I notice when they're shooting it, is they have this idea, and just because they wrote it on a piece of paper and they're pointing a camera towards its direction, they feel that it's magically whatever that was or that is, that's going in here. So when I'm just out there trying to ask questions, going, do you see it from different angles? Do you understand why you're going to want to?
Yeah, right.
Ask the kid, do you read comic books?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I love reading comics. Okay, think about how the panels are laid out.
Storyboards.
And that information is conveyed, and we have the close-ups.
Right. It's like that 8-year-old that's like, I want to do that shot, and there will be blood, where Daniel Day-Lewis is like, I will drink your milkshake, and it pulls at the heartstrings when a young one. First of all, why they saw that in the first place kind of pulls at my heartstrings. But that's a great film, and that's great work with tripods. And when the youth are being encouraged to see today with the traditional, I think that's a benefit for everybody.
But Gen Z,
they're going to kill us, aren't they? I mean, they got it.
Boom.
Yeah.
They have it all. They've had it all. Had it all.
Yeah.
You start talking to them, and now I just kind of lay it out at the beginning of the week. I'm just like, don't worry, one of you knows how to edit. I just know it. And every time, they just jump on there.
Right.
I
know, they've been born with apps at their fingertips their whole life.
It's nothing to them. Throw them in Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
They will be able to edit. They may have some questions. They know the format.
I think that brings me to a good point. Let's take a look at some traditional editing. Let's take a look at
Protesters.
You want to do this one? Or
sure. Let's do Rustla. Do Rustla. Okay. That's a good.
Okay.
Since we had Protester on earlier.
Okay, this is Rustla, and you might be hearing us talk. I'm not. You shouldn't be, but
you should not be.
But if you are, I will fix it on the syndicated version. Enjoy.
part of the big fam. White picket fence, camera coated courtyard, wide angle lens. All the perfect people form fair weather friends. At the city attends, they rise against the 1%. Pound sign, the revolution will not be televised. Only YouTube can tweet it. Either love it or leave it. They band around demand a plan to bring back the land, turning cities into sand. Something they don't understand. You need a cause, you wanna make a stand. They see you coming, something you don't understand. You see the flaws, they try to form a plan. They need your fight, something you don't understand. You port the leader, baby kisser, grandma greeter, born a teacher, eager to take the place of preacher, true believer. Embrace the face of fever, break deceiver with the taste for red states and place saints, the bluest bleeder, swoon a seeker. Hold the reins of change by the heartstrings, leaves a stain on the art scene. Screen print hard scenes of armies embarking on a dark king who bathes in golden buildings, speaks to millions like let's do this for the children. You need a cause, you wanna make a stand. They see you coming, something you don't understand. You see the flaws, they try to form a plan. They need your fight, something you don't understand. You're the man they churning in Manchurian circuits. Don't understand your purpose, but it's working. Streets a circus. The G-man pulls your strings, immersed in combine curses. The masses thirst is bursting. At first they seem like zombies, at worst they purely persons. But you know that this is certain, you've done your job. The cops sick dogs upon the mobs of God's past laws that keep us cagey, safely confined within our jobs. They give us screams to watch and songs to sing along. You thought you were a leader, but in truth you played the pawn. We port the past and smile and laugh and know that nothing's wrong. You need a cause, you wanna make a stand. They see you coming, something you don't understand. You see the flaws, they try to form a plan. They need your fight, something you don't understand. You need a cause, you wanna make a stand. They see you coming, something you don't understand. You see the flaws, they try to form a plan. They need your fight, something you don't understand.
We're back. We're back with Carl Lynn and the Peasant Revolution Band. You're with us on the...
This band is fucking amazing. I love them.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. They
fun.
are
It's
great.
fun being
It's
here.
the
It's an
greatest
honor to be
rhythm
here.
section on this whole block, and probably about 10 blocks. And that, you know,
Yes.
we're talking
That's
Alberta
including
Roads right
the guy
next
that
door.
hits the
you know?
buckets on last Thursdays.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That's a very
rhythm
inside
out
joke
in
unless
this
you live
area.
in Portland, I guess.
There's a mattress out there. If
Last
anyone
Thursday-
wants, there's a free mattress. to
Last
claim.
Thursday, it's in some I avoid now instead of try to check out. That's what
Yes.
it's become.
So how far do you live from our Trench Digger studios
about
here?
I've skated over here on my skateboard.
Okay.
About 5 minutes.
He's a skateboard away.
Yeah, a skateboard away. It's all downhill on the way here. It's kind of a little slightly. It's
Good.
like a 3-degree incline.
Right.
It's gonna be
right.
exhausting.
I'm sensing Coley, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coley's tremendous.
The Coley neighborhood.
You know what?
It's beautiful.
Portland
42nd.
needs?
Yes.
A colonoscopy.
from the folks
Another
that went
horrible
Coley.
inside Portland joke.
Yeah.
No offense to my homies in Coley. At all.
I
No,
hope to
no.
learn the
I do
history
have
of
homies in
Coley at some point.
Yeah.
And I will probably learn the history of colonoscopies in my 50s.
Well, that's what's going to happen when they gentrify Coley. There will be a colonoscopy.
it's just going to be all these Californians moving up that have colonoscopy
Be
problems.
like, dude, this is a cool upcoming neighborhood, man.
Mm-hmm.
I see it a lot now. It's like, where are these? It's like,
prices, it's already happened.
oh, it's already happened. But I was like kind of bitching on the way home from dinner
Yeah.
with my lady a little earlier, and I was like, where are they coming from? Is there like a portal somewhere in like
Well, there's
near,
like these giant mansions. They like transform the neighborhoods. I find that very
those are
fascinating.
fucking disgusting. There's a few houses out here that I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
I won't say it. I'm not going to advocate it. But let me just say, when I go past the thing that you put in place of a, just what I consider a wonderful looking home,
Right.
and turned it into
Put
your
them in the
fucking
shadows.
faux fucked up
Mm-hmm.
yuppie mansion that does not fit anything else in the neighborhood.
I was walking,
And your Leaf is parked out in front of it, but your Benz is in the garage.
Right.
So,
And then there's like
anyways, I could rant.
there's
I could rant.
literature posted too in their yard about how
Sure.
free-minded they are.
Oh, usually.
What I found weird was when I was walking from 15th and Prescott to get some supplies for the show. There was this mansion that it was this one kid. He's got this toy fortress, and he's like by himself. This mom. I'm just like, it's so. What's
Send
gonna
that kid
happen
to
that kid?
send that
See,
kid to
what about
Trackers.
that side of Generation
Send that
Z?
kid to Trackers.
What about those?
Right now.
Okay.
Send that kid to
We
Trackers.
have an
He'll
answer.
learn how to use a knife, shoot a bow and arrow, live outdoors, live off dead squirrels he finds on the street.
Well, Carl, it has been a blast having you
Absolutely.
here.
It's
And
been
I just
wonderful.
wanted to close out the show with a little message. I usually do. I like to talk about the history of the mayors we've had in this city and the city councilors and some wonderful, wonderful mayors like Charlie Hales.
Oh, really? I know
We're
that
just
comment
getting
was
started.
a joke.
Really, you're gonna make?
Okay. All right. So, okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to fuck up a good piece of satire. Pardon me.
I mean, it's not.
Hey, Jeff, I even see that's not going to go over too well.
I Goldschmidt.
Hey.
I Goldschmidt. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't want your ego to get shrunk. But that joke was failing.
Good night, Vera Cats.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. All her down to a bridge by a fountain where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly high. Listen to the take you away. I'm in the back with your head in the clouds and you're gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. station with plasticine porters with looking glass ties. Suddenly someone is there at the turnstile. The girl with her kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Oh, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
It's great we all fell off at the same spot.
10 o'clock.